guys, Spidey Hits here, and I hope you're having a marvelous day. Wanted to talk to you about the latest news with the Fleer Ultra Avengers and the fact that it showed up for pre-order this week. We got the news that dropped last week that this set with images was announced, and then this week on Dave and Adams, it dropped for pre-order. And I don't know that it dropped for pre-order for everyone, and I'm going to talk to you about that up next after we look at this nice new sell sheet. Yeah, so this is where we get our first look at the product images, and disclaimer, Upper Deck does not always honor what we see in the sell sheet. In fact, oftentimes there will be different images, but this is our first glimpse, and you know, I know that when I start to see sell sheets sometime in the near future, you know, a year or two, I'm going to have this product in our hands so that we can be able to rip it and enjoy it. ABR, baby. But yeah, I'm liking this box. I like the images that are on here. It's an Avengers set. And because of the popularity of the MCU, it's no surprise that we see Doctor Strange, Miss Marvel, and Scarlet Witch on the box art. Now remember that Upper Deck fancies the Fleer Ultra set as a premium set on premium cardstock with premium inserts. Yeah, and we're going to take a closer look at those inserts in the rest of this sell sheet now. Well, premium sets start with premium base cards. And yeah, that's what we have here with original art for these base cards. And you know, I'm really curious if this is going to work. It looks like it's going to work with some of them, but what catches my eye is the Tom Fleming. Now, you might remember Tom Fleming from Fleer Ultra X-Men with this Magneto, Fleer Ultra Spider-Man with this Wolverine, and even Marvel 2019 Marvel Annual with this Venom. So yeah, Tom Fleming does great original art for these Ultra sets, and this is the vision that sticks out. In fact, Tom already has the original art for this, if you're interested in the original art, for $3,000 up on eBay. And yeah, I'll drop a link in the description below. But back to the base set, some of this art is working for me, some of it's not. The America Chavez looks really good. Not the Loki really isn't doing it for me, to be honest with you. But what catches my eye is the background. It's a different feel and look, but I'm thinking maybe it'll really pop in hand. I'm trusting Upper Deck with this one. The sell sheet doesn't quite do it for me, but I am trusting that in hand these cards are going to look a lot better than the way they're occurred to me right now as I look at the sell sheet. And one of the reasons why I think we have to wait to really judge the base cards is because of the fact that we have parallels. We've got orange and blue and burgundy and red and gold. And that folding may really work with these parallels that we would get with the base cards. So I'm excited to see that. And I love rainbow in characters, so obviously Spidey is going to be at the top of that list, but he can prove to be quite difficult, you know, as the #1 hit in a box. Am I right or am I right? One last thing before we leave the topic of the base cards, these parallels appear that they will be numbered, you know, which is a lot of fun as a collector of characters and our set collectors. To have low numbers to chase after and hunt after can be a lot of fun and, well, a lot of pain. But the pain makes it fun, right? Is that just what I'm telling myself? But either way, we will have numbered parallels of the base cards. Moving on into the sell sheet, we see the animation cells. Cell, S-E-L-L, C-E-L-E. Either way, these are the see-through cells, and these type of cards are not my favorite. Here in the images, it looks like they're going to, you know, really pop, but in hand, sell sheets just don't really do it for me. But either way, this feels like a insert set that was made for EPAC, where you got to build the set to complete an achievement, and there will likely be a short print version. Also, we see there's going to be some type of red parallel for the sell sheets that include autographs. Really curious who would sign that. Is it the artist? Is it a writer? Who, is going to have their auto on there? So that brings us to the Silver Age base set. This base set will include 15 cards, original art, and it'll have parallels. How many parallels? I don't know. Maybe one, maybe two, but we'll just have to wait and see that. Moving on to the next page in the sell sheet, we have exciting inserts that include the Earth's mightiest spin-offs, artist spotlights, and greatest battles and first appearances. First, let's begin with the Checkmate. Here with the Checkmates, I'm not super excited about that. I'm not much of a die cut fan. It takes a really special card that's die cut to get me interested. It does look like these Checkmate cards will have numbered auto parallels, so that'll be fun to see, if we can get a numbered auto. That's kind of a cool thing in my opinion. So that brings us to the Marvel value stamps and the first appearances. Now, when I first saw the announcement of this product release and I saw the Marvel value stamp, I was like, wow, I'm excited about this. I understand that a Marvel value stamp is cut out of a comic book and would be, placed in a card much like you would see a comic cut. But now that I'm looking at the sell sheet here, that doesn't appear to be the case. And I say that because it uses the word homage or homage. And when you use that word, that means we're not getting the real thing. So it doesn't sound like we're going to get a, Marvel value stamp out of the Hulk 181 comic book. Gosh, it would be so special. It would be really, really sweet card, even if there were only a few of those and the rest were homages. But yeah, it doesn't look like that's happening. But I don't want to overlook these first appearance cards. Now, these don't appear to be numbered, or maybe there's a short print, but either way, we will get kind of that Marvel Beginnings look, if you ask me, where we get almost a modern version of the character with the behind the scene back, of the card being the first appearance cover of that particular character. I like these type of cards, especially with the possibility that CGC will be grading Marvel cards in the near future. If that comes true, these type of cards that have the comic book in it would be really nice to pair next to the comic book. And that brings us to the big boy inserts of the 2022 Fleer Ultra Avengers. We need to look out for a variety of numbered comic book clippings, which I think people are beginning to realize are more important as we move forward. Again, I've already referenced CGC, where you can have a sealed version of your comic book and then have a licensed, numbered, sealed panel graded next to the comic book. And, what we hope to be a like for like slab and label. Gosh, it's just the possibilities there are so cool with comic book clippings. Upper Deck is also bringing back the Ultra Stars. This is an insert we've seen back in the retro sets. So we're getting a retro card here. This has a sports card feel to it, if you ask me, because you can even tell in the way they worded it, discover the shiny Ultra Gold cards. And words like shiny is, often used in the sports card world. I don't know if these are going to be numbered or paralleled or anything like that. I do like this Captain Marvel that I'm seeing right here, and I can think of a number of other Avengers that I would like to see on this type of card. And that brings us to what may end up being the, biggest hit of the box, these number medallions. Now, at first glance, this looks like kind of a knockoff PMG. And what I mean by that is you've got, foiling corner to corner all the way around. It's not metal, but it's medallion, right? and they're numbered and they're paralleled. And we're going to have something called a platinum ruby red. Platinum ruby red. Like, that sounds like an amazing colored foil. I don't know if we see it here in the sell sheet. Maybe that's what we're looking at with the Captain America. But yeah, I like it. We got sapphire blue, emerald green, and then the one-of-one opal black parallel. And I must say that She-Hulk opal looks fantastic. But I love how Upper Deck says, collect one of one Opal Black Parallels medallions. Like, yeah, like I'm going to be able to collect them. Like nobody else is going to want them. I'll get them, you know, and enjoy them, whatever. But that does seem like to be the hit of the inserts, these one of one medallions. And I want to go ahead and mention this now for those who may not know. In the previous Fleer Ultra sets, these more modern premium sets, Fleer Ultra Spider-Man, Fleer Ultra Wolverine, those had precious metal gems that we've already mentioned, and this set will not. And that's because Upper Deck appears to be committed to keeping the precious metal gems, PMGs, in the metal sets, such as Fleer Ultra, roll that back, such as Spider-Man Metal, X-Men Metal, which came out in 2021. So this set will not have precious metal gems, PMGs, but we have these medallions, which appear to be very similar. And that brings us to some pretty fun inserts. Here we have the stunning Ultra Power cards. These will have printed on rainbow foil board, and you can search for the numbered photo variant. Wow, they're really throwing out all the shots here. Very cool. That brings us to a fan favorite Jambalaya cards. Well, not everybody loves them, but the majority of the masses love them, even those who are not into non-sports. Because this is a classic sports insert and jambalayas. Me being a guy from Louisiana, I love a little jambalaya. What can I say? And I do like these cards here. And last, a little throwback action with the Universal Power Supreme. It looks like the, regular base version of this will be a bit of an acetate card with a variant parallel of a die cut version. And I do like what I'm seeing here with the Doctor Strange, but I think these are going to be a fun card. But I don't know if they're going to be one of the bigger inserts, but you never can tell, to be honest with you. Really excited about these. I think these are all just fun inserts to hit and collect. So that brings us to the final page of the sales sheet and the box hits. You're going to get two of the following: a 3x3, which you make a panel picture, comic cut, medallion, Ultra Power, Universal Power Supreme. You're going to get a sketch card. You're going to get some type of comic cut. You're going to get autographs. You're going to get jambalayas. You're going to get one of those two in every single box. So yeah, these boxes are going to be kind of fun. I don't really know what the 3x3s are. I've got to look back at that. Oh wait, I see it here now. It's collect them to create a 9-card panel. So that's pretty cool. Epic 9-card panel that harkens back to my 90s days as a kid. So yeah, I dig that. These cards were originally to some degree made for a binder, not to be graded or one touch. Looks like the chase hits are going to be the comic book clippings with dual autos, gold spectrum foil base parallels numbered to 1 of 1s, the opal black medallion parallels numbered to 1 of 1s, the jambalayas, the 1 of 1 CMYK printing plates. So yeah, that is the colors that you're getting there, CMYK, and the, of course, original art sketch cards. So it looks like sketch cards going back to a case hit. When we talk chase hits, we're likely talking case hits. So only one of those to go with the other cards. So yeah, excited about all these cards. Going to be a big set. This feels like a pretty large print run to me. I could be wrong. I don't know that I'd get so caught up in kind of chasing that Dave and Adams price as it goes up. But speaking of that, these boxes did hit pre-sale this week. And a buddy of mine, Pancake Analytics, shout out to him. Follow his Instagram account for great information around the hobby. But he said, hey, these are up for pre-order. So I jumped on Dave and Adams, took a look at it, and we see here that it says it's going to release on November 30th and then ship, shortly after that in early December, if that's really going to happen. But this price of $295 was the price that I got as a premium member. And what I noticed as I let friends know that this set was available, they were not all able to pre-order. So I do believe this initial offering, this initial pre-order was for premium members only. They did limit it to 6 boxes per member or per person. And yeah, I may have tried to order 15 boxes and they canceled the order of the other 9 boxes. And so I was only able to get 6. But, you ain't trying. Are you really a Marvel card fan? But either way, the initial price offering is around $300. It'll be interesting to see where that goes. If you want some perspective on how that compares to Spider-Man Metal, which is currently at $500 a box, basically. Spider-Man Metal started at $235 or so, $239 a box, and this started at $300 a box. Again, Upper Deck considers Fleer Ultra as a premium set. Well, if you like these cards, I hope you're able to get a box and enjoy them. If not, wait for e-Pack. They are traditionally a little bit cheaper. My guess is those will be around $350 a box by the time that they release on e-Pack, which again, for those who are new to that, e-Pack is a place where you can buy physical cards online and have them mailed to you. And the availability of e-Pack typically happens around 3 to 4 months after the physical release. So we're probably looking at March next year at the earliest, probably summer in reality. But either way, excited to review this sell sheet and hang out with you guys talking about Marvel cards. Always a lot of fun for me. If you like this kind of content, please hit that like button for me. I really appreciate it. And also hit the subscribe button, because you know this is a Spidey hit channel. You got to hit things. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and drop a comment down below. Let me know what you're excited about with this set and or what you're not excited about. Love learning from you all. Anyways, thank you for watching. And as always, I hope you have a marvelous day.